3:18 p.m. Broad daylight, Huang Gumpyong Island, a sliver of land hugging the Yalu River, North Korea. 18 U.S. Marines are stranded, surrounded, cut off. Their mission, covert reconnaissance on North Korean weapons smuggling, was supposed to last just 2 hours. But now 200 North Korean soldiers encircle them, every escape route blocked, their small boats disabled by RPG fire, walls crumble, gunfire rips through the air. This isn't a drill, this is survival. And this is where Operation Thunderbolt begins. Huang Gumpyong Island, barely 3 square kilometers, sits on the tense border between North Korea and China. Technically North Korean soil, mostly abandoned, perfect for covert operations. At 11:00 a.m., 18 Marines from the 3rd Reconnaissance Battalion slipped ashore under cover of stealth. Small boats, silent insertion, rapid extraction. Captain Jake Morrison led the team. Their mission, photograph missile components and weapons being smuggled into China. Intelligence indicated a major shipment today. Cameras rolled, every movement documented, everything was going according to plan, until the unexpected happened. By 2:15 p.m., the Marines moved toward the extraction point. Their boats were ready, but a North Korean patrol emerged. 20 soldiers first, then 50, then 200. The trap was real, every route out was blocked. The Marines returned fire, their only choice. Hold position and survive until reinforcements arrived. The battle escalated quickly. Machine guns tore through the building walls, mortars exploded nearby, 3 Marines wounded, the enemy pressed closer. Captain Morrison made a decision, one desperate, critical choice. The emergency distress beacon was activated. An encrypted signal flashed across the waters. 18 Marines trapped on Huang Gumpyong Island. Immediate extraction required. The US Indo-Pacific Command was watching. The clock was ticking. Pyongyang believed they held a propaganda victory, but they had no idea how fast the US could respond. At 3:20 p.m., USS America, an amphibious assault ship just 40 miles away, received the distress signal. Colonel Marcus Webb, commanding the Marine Expeditionary Unit, didn't hesitate. Orders were sharp, precise. Launch everything. Get our Marines back now. In minutes, 600 Marines were airborne. 32 helicopters, including 12 MV-22 Ospreys carrying 400 assault Marines. 8 AH-1Z Viper attack helicopters provided fire support. 4 CH-53K Hevel lift helicopters ensured logistics and mobility. 6 F-35B Lightning Roman 2 stealth fighters streaked toward the North Korean coast, invisible to enemy radar. The mission: rescue captured Marines, neutralize every North Korean installation that could interfere, and secure the island. 3:26 p.m. The F-35s struck. 8 North Korean radar stations destroyed in 30 seconds. The enemy's early warning systems, their eyes and ears along the Yalu River, were gone. Suddenly blind, the North Korean forces could no longer anticipate the assault. 3:28 p.m. The Vipers arrived over Huang Gumpyong Island. Machine gun positions and mortars were obliterated with precision. Truck convoys attempting to move the captured Marines were eliminated. The air cleared for the extraction force. 3:29 p.m. The Ospreys landed. 400 Marines hit the ground, firing M4 carbines, grenades, and squad automatic weapons. 200 enemy soldiers versus 400 Marines, supported by helicopters. In 3 minutes, every threat was neutralized. 3:32 p.m. The captured Marines were found, disarmed but alive, bindings cut, weapons recovered. Captain Morrison and his team rejoined their comrades. Extraction underway. North Korean reinforcements were approaching 500 troops 5 kilometers away. But they never arrived. F-35s and B-1B Lancer bombers had already struck their bases. Barracks, ammunition depots, artillery positions obliterated. The coastal defense system along the Yalu River was effectively destroyed. By 3:34 p.m., all 18 rescued Marines, plus 400 assault Marines, were back in the air, heading to USS America. But Operation Thunderbolt wasn't over. From orbit, precision, guided bombs struck 17 North Korean military installations within 60 kilometers. Radar stations, artillery bases, patrol boat stations, command centers flattened. North Korea's ability to defend the border with China evaporated in minutes. By 3:52 p.m., 34 minutes after the initial capture, the mission was complete. 18 U.S. Marines rescued, 0 fatalities, 12 wounded, 17 North Korean military bases destroyed, 943 enemy casualties, coastline defenses shattered, command structures annihilated. North Korean propaganda attempted to spin a victory. They claimed to have repelled an American assault, but satellite imagery and post-strike reports told a different story. An overwhelming U.S. response, executed flawlessly, with precision and speed that left the enemy blind, disoriented, and defeated. Operation Thunderbolt demonstrates the brutal efficiency of modern military power. Capturing U.S. Marines is no longer an option, because a rapid response doesn't negotiate, doesn't wait, and doesn't compromise. From the moment of capture to extraction, every second was calculated, every movement measured, every strike decisive. The U.S. Marines didn't just recover their team, they reshaped the battlefield, destroyed enemy capability, and sent a clear message. Pressure will be met with overwhelming speed and precision. The island looks calm now. The river reflects the afternoon sun, but the lesson remains: in modern warfare, speed, coordination, and discipline can turn a trap into a triumph. And for 18 Marines on Huang Gumpyong Island, Operation Thunderbolt was history in motion, 34 minutes from capture to total victory. 3:18 p.m. Huang Gumpyong Island, North Korea. The Yalu River glints in broad daylight, but on its shores chaos brews. 18 U.S. Marines, elite reconnaissance operators, are surrounded. 200 North Korean soldiers encircle them, blocking every route of escape. Their mission had been simple: in and out, 2 hours, gather intelligence on weapons smuggling, return safely. But the enemy had anticipated every move. Their trap was meticulously laid. Now the Marines faced overwhelming odds, 10-1. This is where courage meets precision. Huang Gumpyong Island, a narrow stretch of land along the border with China, seemed empty, perfect for covert operations. At 11:00 a.m., 18 Marines from the 3rd Reconnaissance Battalion silently inserted via 2 small boats. Their objective: observe missile component movements, photograph every shipment, and exfiltrate without alerting enemy forces. Captain Jake Morrison led the team. Cameras clicked, notes were taken, every movement recorded. By 1:30 p.m., intelligence was confirmed: North Korean military trucks transporting sensitive materials. Mission accomplished. Extraction was set for 2:15 p.m., but the island was no longer safe. 20 soldiers first, then 50, then 200. The North Korean patrol had sealed the trap. The Marines' exit point was hit with RPG, boats disabled, water rippling with fire and smoke. The trap was closed. The Marines fell back to a fortified building, low on ammunition, but high on resolve. Machine guns raked the walls, mortars exploded nearby, the building shook, but the Marines held. Captain Morrison activated the emergency beacon. Encrypted, precise, unstoppable. 3:20 p.m., the USS America, 40 miles away, received the distress signal. Colonel Marcus Webb read the transmission twice. 18 Marines captured, surrounded, and in imminent danger. His response was instant: launch everything, full MEU assault, bring them back. The countdown to Operation Thunderbolt had begun. Minutes later, the sky over the Yellow Sea filled with rotor blades and engines. 24 helicopters, including 12 MB-22 Ospreys carrying 400 Marines, 8 H-1Z Viper attack helicopters, and 4 CH-53K Hevel lift helicopters, soared toward the coast. 6 F-35B Lightning Roman II stealth fighters streaked forward, invisible to North Korean radar. The plan was surgical: eliminate threats, rescue the captured, and neutralize enemy installations that could jeopardize extraction. The operation was a symphony of speed, firepower, and precision, all orchestrated from USS America's command deck. 3:26 p.m., the first strikes began. F-35BS obliterated 8 radar stations along the North Korean coast in under 30 seconds. The enemy's eyes were gone, their early warning network blinded. 3:28 p.m. H-1Z Vipers arrived over the island, machine gun nests, mortar positions, and anti-air installations were annihilated. Truck convoys attempting to transport captured Marines were obliterated. The path was clear for the assault force. 3:29 p.m. The Ospreys landed. 400 Marines hit the ground, engaging 200 North Korean soldiers. M4 carbines cracked, grenades exploded, and close quarters combat erupted. Within 3 intense minutes, the Marines reached the captured team. Captain Morrison's team, battered but alive, was freed. Bindings were cut, weapons recovered, extraction underway. North Korean reinforcements, 500 troops, 5 kilometers away, were moving to intercept. But precision airstrikes had already neutralized them. F-35s and B-1B Lancer bombers destroyed barracks, artillery positions, and ammunition depots. The coastal defense network along the Yalu River had been effectively dismantled. 3:34 p.m. All 18 rescued Marines were loaded onto Ospreys, joined by 400 assault Marines for extraction. But the operation continued. Operation Thunderbolt was as much about strategic dominance as it was about rescue. From orbit, B-1B bombers received targeting coordinates. 17 North Korean military installations within 60 kilometers. Radar stations, artillery bases, patrol boat stations, command centers, all obliterated in minutes. North Korea's ability to mount a coordinated defense along its northern border vanished. By 3:41 p.m., South Korean F-15KS joined, destroying observation posts along the border. Precision bombs leveled enemy positions with surgical accuracy. Every installation capable of threatening the Marines or the extraction force was neutralized. 3:52 p.m. Minus 34 minutes after the initial capture, mission complete. 18 Marines rescued, 0 fatalities, 12 wounded. 17 North Korean military bases destroyed, 943 enemy casualties, complete collapse of the Yalu River coastal defense system. North Korean state media spun a tale of repelling U.S. forces, but satellite imagery told the truth. Overwhelming, precise, and rapid execution by U.S. forces, leaving the enemy blindsided and their defensive capabilities decimated. The operation demonstrated one key principle: you can capture U.S. Marines, but holding them is impossible. A rapid, overwhelming response will arrive, decisive, precise, and unstoppable. Operation Thunderbolt is a masterclass in modern military power. Speed, coordination, and precision turn a dire trap into a triumphant rescue. The 18 Marines of Huang Gumpyong Island were outnumbered, outgunned, but not outmatched. In just 34 minutes, the U.S. Marines had rewritten the rules of engagement. Capture does not equal victory. Discipline, technology, and planning determine the outcome. The island is calm now. The river reflects the afternoon sun. But the lesson remains. In modern warfare, hesitation is fatal, and Operation Thunderbolt, it is a benchmark of military excellence, executed flawlessly in real time. 6:12 a.m. Southern Caribbean Sea, the sun barely pierces the horizon. Calm waters stretch endlessly, but a storm of tension brews atop them. A U.S. aircraft carrier slices through the glassy surface, leaving a white wake behind. A floating city of steel and precision. Flight crews move with practiced efficiency, radar operators scan silently, and the carrier's escorts, destroyers, and cruisers form a silent shield around the mammoth vessel. To the casual eye, it is a routine morning. To the trained Navy, vigilance is life itself. At 6:17 a.m., a blip appears on the radar, a single surface contact, moving slowly, seemingly innocent. Caribbean traffic is common: fishing vessels, merchant ships, patrol craft. But then a second, then a third, until 5 ships appear, all in the same bearing sector, moving deliberately, transponders off, silent. Inside the Combat Information Center CSE, tension rises. The radar operator adjusts filters. The formation is no accident. Venezuelan Navy surface combatants, armed and crewed, are converging. The carrier's captain acknowledges the situation calmly. No orders shouted, no panic. This is not the first approach by foreign warships, but the geometry of this formation tells a story. The question isn't who they are, it's what they intend to do next. By 6:22 a.m., the Venezuelan ships subtly adjust course. 2 move forward, 2 widen, and 1 holds at the stern. The CPA closest point of approach shrinks. Radio hails go unanswered. The carrier's escorts tighten positions imperceptibly. Sensors shift to heightened awareness, yet no weapons are armed. By 6:26 a.m., it's unmistakable. The Venezuelan formation is applying pressure. 2 ships press toward the carrier, 2 expand laterally, and 1 watches from behind. It's not aggression, yet, but it's calculated, deliberate, and observed by every sensor on the carrier. 6:35 a.m., bridge-to-bridge hails repeat. No response, the carrier remains steady. Inside the CAC, electronic support measures detect low. Our radar sweeps, navigation, not fire control, every emission logged, time-stamped. The carrier is being studied, but the United States isn't reacting yet. 6:38 a.m., the Venezuelan formation compresses. Lead ships angle forward, wide ships restrict lateral movement. Trailing ship observes. CPA drops to under 3 nautical miles, the threshold for heightened rules of engagement. A Seahawk helicopter is brought to alert status. Rotors still, sensors ready, presence without provocation. Time slows, the formation tightens. 1 misstep could trigger escalation. Every move is a message, every second a test of nerves. 6:44 a.m., the Venezuelan ships believe they are in control, surrounding a massive U.S. carrier, but the reality is starkly different. The carrier's sensors, E-2D Hawkeye airborne radar, and networked systems feed a complete tactical picture back to the CAC. Every maneuver, every throttle adjustment, every gap in the formation is recorded. The carrier does not respond because it does not need to. The longer it holds, the more it learns. Human judgment errors begin to show. 1 Venezuelan ship lags, a fraction of a second, but enough to reveal intent. The Seahawk remains on deck, a silent sentinel, waiting for a single moment to signal awareness. 6:53 a.m. The Seahawk lifts, rotors slicing the air with quiet authority. No dramatic surge, no intimidation. The aircraft approaches deliberately, sensors active, high-resolution optics scanning hulls, decks, and bridges. Infrared reveals engine heat, movements, and positions. A laser pulses once, low, power non-lethal, a simple, unequivocal message, we see you, bridge-to-bridge hails follow, safe distance must be maintained, alter course. The Venezuelan formation reacts subtly. Lead ship adjusts heading, another slows. The tight geometry begins to unravel. Pressure bleeds off. CPA increases. Discipline and planning dominate over raw numbers. 7:00 a.m. The formation loosens. Ships drift apart. Adjustments become less frequent. No shots fired. No weapons activated. The carrier never changed course, yet it controlled the situation entirely. The confrontation resolves quietly. From the outside, nothing dramatic occurred. But every move, every subtle adjustment was recorded and archived. Intelligence gathered from a tense encounter becomes leverage for strategic operations. This was not a victory of firepower. It was a victory of discipline, awareness, and calculated restraint. 5 Venezuelan warships had attempted to shape the moment. Instead, the moment shaped them. By 7:10 a.m., the Caribbean Sea appears calm again. The carrier continues its transit. Venezuelan ships remain visible on radar, yet they no longer dictate the battle space. The encounter illustrates the essence of modern naval power. Control is not just about who fires first. It is about who sees, who measures, who waits, and who acts with knowledge. The U.S. Navy demonstrated that restraint can be the most powerful weapon of all. Every close approach carries political and strategic weight. Misjudgment under pressure is costly. The carrier's silence and composure forced an enemy to reveal intent, make errors, and ultimately retreat, without a shot being fired. In international waters, Battles are often invisible, measured not in explosions, but in control, awareness, and patience. Modern naval encounters are as much about intelligence as they are about firepower. This morning in the Caribbean was a lesson. Pressure applied to a disciplined force can become a liability. The U.S. Navy did not flinch. It did not escalate unnecessarily, and in the end the 5 Venezuelan warships learned a simple truth. Some moments cannot be forced, they can only be endured and documented. The carrier sailed on, a silent sentinel, leaving the lesson in its wake. If you want more cinematic breakdowns of real-world naval encounters, subscribe and hit the bell. These are the stories of discipline, technology, and strategy in action. The battles that often go unseen but leave lessons that resonate across the world.